Hello, welcome to my Instagram, welcome to my Facebook, and welcome to my YouTube. My name is Gladys. If you don't know me, I am from Chicago, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a very important topic. It is called evolution. No, it's called evolve or get left behind. Okay, so this topic was actually from an audio that I listened to, and this audio has like this audio makes sense. So I need to share it with you guys. Okay, you guys need to know what this is all about. Okay, because evolution is very important. Why? Because if you do not evolve, then you will stay in the same place. You will stay behind. Um, so, for example, I'm gonna give you guys an example of, let's say, Walmart. Um, if you guys have noticed, most of the time when you're ready to check out, you have to go through the self checkout. Why is that? Because basically Walmart is saving money and not having to pay cashiers hourly, not having to pay their medical, not having to pay their 401ks, not having to pay um, maybe workers' compensation if they get injured. So basically, like everything, you could say that technology is taking over for real, especially right now during these times that is happening right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, so this audio that I listened to was mentioning um, evolution. So if you do not involve with the times, you will get left behind. So, for example, I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican American, born here in the United States. I was born here in Chicago, and here in Chicago, we have tamales. Who doesn't love tamales? I do. I love tamales. You love tamales. You know you love tamales. Everybody loves tamales. They are not that good for our health, but we still love them, right? Okay, so what I mean to say is, okay, so most of the people that sell tamales, they only accepted cash before. Okay, that was before. Um, but we have been evolving into a culture of only carrying debit cards, credit cards, no cash. Who can relate? I barely carry any cash. Um, so our tamale sellers, or what's it called? Vendedores ambulantes. Our sellers are small sellers in the streets. Like, for example, if they sell tamales, they sell toys, or they sell different stuff, maybe empanadas. They have evolved to accept, sell, or maybe they have an app where they could accept credit card payments. So they have evolved because they had to, because basically they were losing customers, they were losing business. And if you guys don't know, but all of these sellers in the streets, it's called street vendors. So these street vendors, if they do not sell, they cannot eat. They cannot feed their families. They cannot pay their bills. So they had to evolve to serve their customers so that they wouldn't lose their customers. Okay, so that's how they had to evolve, right? So another another way that we are evolving is that if you guys notice, um, right now, for example, let's say if you go to college, You're gonna, well, some people will get loans, some people can afford to pay for it, whatever the case may be, right? But if you study many years to get a degree, and then once you graduate, you cannot find a job. And sometimes it's because they're like, oh, you have to have this much experience to get this job. So, how are you going to get this experience if you just graduated? And then sometimes they require you for you to do like X amount of labor hours for an internship before you can graduate. So basically, that's you working for free, getting experience in order to graduate, but that experience does not count for your employment. So many college students have been having to find other jobs that are not in their career because it's very hard for them because they do not have the experience, and that is something that is very, very, very unfair in our world, unfortunately. And so basically, today we are going to talk about another example, okay? Because if you guys remember when MySpace came out, MySpace was super popular, right? Danny, Danny, can you please keep quiet a little bit?
That was Ty.
Okay, can you please stop making noise, please?
Wasn't me. That was the mirror football.
Okay. Shh. Sorry, my daughters are in the room. um, okay. So we were talking about MySpace. So when MySpace came, MySpace was very popular. MySpace was very cool. I remember I was able to change my background. I was able to add a song. We even knew how to code. Like, do you guys remember how to code? I do not remember how to code, but it was very, very cool that I knew how to code without even knowing that I was coding. You know, we were able to put a pretty layout, able to add pretty graphics, have songs in there and everything. And it was so fun to play with. But then Facebook came, and Facebook, I remember when Facebook came out, I did make a Facebook account, and I'm just like, it's blue and it's boring and it's white, and it was so plain and boring. But then I was trying to stay behind on MySpace. I was trying to stay in MySpace because I liked MySpace so much. But then I noticed that MySpace was dying. I noticed that my friends were not even on MySpace anymore. All my friends had moved on to Facebook. So I had to move on to Facebook. If not, I was gonna stay without friends. No, I'm just kidding. But if not, I was gonna stay alone. So we had to.
I don't have a lot of friends. I only have 3. Well, 9.
Well, 3 is good.
I have 9.
Okay, so that's how we have to go from social media to social media. Say hello to my kitty.
He's
Here you go.
He's cute.
Okay.
He's cute.
Okay, guys, I need to stay on topic.
Okay. Can I
and
read
why
the
are
book
you playing
too?
with my makeup?
Can I read? I was going to leave you. Can I read the book too?
Can you please? Shh. I'm trying to talk to my people. Okay.
On Facebook?
So we were just talking about social media. So social media has been evolving. And we have had to move on and move on to the new, even if we didn't want to. Because we did notice that we had to.
Are you the teacher?
Because if all our friends were moving on to the new social medias, then we had to do it too. Because if not, our friends were not going to be related to us or have anything relatable to talk about with us. We have to evolutionize. We have to move on. So, an interesting topic I'm sure you guys know who 50 Cent is. If you are from maybe my era. I was born on 94, but I'm sure you guys know who 50 Cent is, or maybe Eminem, because
Eminem.
because this can relate to Eminem or 50 Cent, what I'm going to say right now, but this is more about 50 Cent, what I'm going to say right now. Um, okay, so 50 Cent was a popular rapper who came from the hood. So all the songs that he was talking about or singing about or rapping about, I mean, they were about like being in the club and drugs and all this. And it was so popular, because he came from the hood and everything, right? So now he noticed that, when he had reached the success level, he was not relatable anymore. So basically, people were like not believing him and what he was rapping about because he already had the money, he already had the success, he already got the house that he wanted. So he wasn't from the hood anymore. So basically, people were like not even paying attention to him, not even listening to him because he was no longer relatable because he already is not from the hood anymore. So why is he still singing from for the hood or about the hood? So 50 Cent realized that in order to be popular, you have to be a broken rapper, which means that you're coming from a place where you had a lot of suffering, and that is what made you popular. So, so he noticed that he was no longer popular, but he decided, Danny, Angela, can you guys please be quiet, please?
I'm forcing Danny to be quiet.
Because they're hyper. Okay.
Excuse me? I could hear.
Okay. So 50 Cent. So 50 Cent decided to evolutionize his career by he kept writing the songs about the hood, but he decided to give those songs to the new rappers coming up, to the new rappers that were being popular. So that way he was able to still make money from a song that he wrote without him being the one singing it, I mean, rapping it. So that is one way that he evolutionized. And the same thing goes with Eminem. Because I don't know, but there is like a lot of singers or rappers that are super popular from back in our days, back in our era, maybe the 90s, maybe the 80s. But
Or
now,
the 1980s.
but if you notice, you don't hear about them anymore because they're not popular anymore, because they're not relatable anymore, because our generation, well, our newer generations are interested in other music or other kind or types of music,
or
other lyrics. So all the old music.
Or other photos.
Okay, but we're not talking about photos, okay?
She's laughing.
Okay, shh, please.
Okay.
Please, or you're gonna have to step out. Please.
I wanna help you.
Okay, so that is one way that we have to evolutionize. So growth is the key element in any success journey. So if you have a business, you have to evolve to keep your business or attract more business. And what do I mean with this? For example, you guys all know what is going on in the world right now, right? So let's say, for example, when Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, all these delivery services came out, they were not as popular. But then the pandemic came. Everything had to close down. People were not allowed to go dine in. So they had to find a way to get their food without going. So that's when restaurants started adding themselves to the delivery services because they noticed that they were losing business. So if they were losing business or income, they were going to lose their business and their source of income. So they had to evolutionize to this new technology. Okay, so that is another reason why evolution is super important. Okay, guys? And one last thing that I'm going to mention is that growth is beautiful. If you don't inject new energy into your life with people that are different than you, then you will stay the same. You need to, you need to, sorry guys. Okay, I'm going to read that again because I wrote it down in my notes. Growth is beautiful. If you don't inject new energy into your life with people that are different than you, then you will have the same conversations with the same people and you will remain the same. You have to involve yourself with different people, with different energy, with people who have different ideas because they're exposed to a different culture. Just as we are intimidated by their culture, they might be intimidated by our culture. So we have to, for example, if I'm sure you guys have heard that saying that says, if you gather with the five smartest people in the world, then you will become the fifth, right? So if you are friends with five millionaires, then that means that you're going to become the fifth. And an example I have for this is the Kardashians because, okay, maybe they came from money, but them being already multimillionaires, basically, let's say, okay, so Kim Kardashian, I believe, I don't really know about them, you know, but Kim Kardashian seems to be the oldest, I believe. So Kim Kardashian has always had like all these businesses and all these things, right? So then comes Kylie Jenner, and I think Kylie Jenner is the youngest. So Kylie Jenner has now become even more richer than Kim Kardashian. I think she's like the first billionaire, the youngest billionaire in the world, like something like that. Because, she came from her family who already has millions. So she saw that and she's like, I want to be like that, because she was around that. So that's how she became it. So, in order for you to become a better version of you or a better person or to evolutionize, then you have to gather with those type of people that you want to be. So that is why evolution is important. And I hope that you guys love this. Um, and if you guys want to know which audio was it that I listened to, I'm gladly happy to share with you guys. Just go ahead and DM me. Let me know if you guys like this video, and I apologize for all the background noise. But I am a mom of two girls, so they are super hyper right now. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video. Have a good day. Have a good night, I mean.
Good night. Mommy.